Hello, today we're doing something a bit different. I would like to focus not just on an album or a band, but the goth bands in a country, in this case Chile. Chile has a pretty decently sized goth scene for its population, with a fair amount of diversity in the goth music that comes from there. You can find ethereal, post-punk, cybergoth, what have you. Here I have selected 11 Chilean goth bands to talk about. 2 of them you'll remember from past reviews of mine, the rest not, though I do intend to cover some of them in the future as well. This by no means represent the entirety of the Chilean goth scene, I'm sure, but these are just bands that I've heard of. They won't be listed in any particular order, just in order that I randomly pick. Links to listen to more of the music will be listed below. Here we go! Luna and Caelo started in 1993 and still exist today. You can tell that they are very cultured because their name is Latin, meaning moon in the sky. Luna being moon, Caelo being sky. They have a dark ambient sound that has evolved to include influences from ethereal to folk. Virgine Dramatica is for some of my second wave goth bands. Starting in 1998 with their only album to date coming out in 2004, their sound is very much 90s, early 2000s goth in nature, on the more rocking end of ethereal. Though I would not call them 80s goth sounding, there is still a clear 80s influence with the lead singer's voice having something of an 80s pop star belt to it. There have been rumors spread around the internet that this band no longer exists, but they very much still do, and have a new album coming out later this year, which I cannot wait to listen to and possibly review as well. Dead Serpent is what the kids these days refer to as goth gaze, that is, goth shoegaze. There is a lot of inter-influence between goth and shoegaze nowadays, so crossover was inevitable, and this band is one of my favorite examples of that. Their dreamy reverbs are just so relaxing to listen to. I would describe Sangrederosas as a more generally dark rock band because their influences are just so eclectic. In their songs, you can hear influences ranging from death rock to psychedelia. It's definitely something you goths and darkly inclined folks who don't have a specific subcategory can enjoy. Jesucrisis is for those of you who like a more outwardly spooky sound. In terms of music, as well as vocals, this band isn't afraid to sound more overtly creepy, and for those of you who like to make no secret about how dark your soul is, mwahaha. Aldea Roja is a gothic rock band that knows just how to combine sounds. They manage to give us somber tunes and sometimes incorporate heavier guitars or electronic sounds without falling into another genre. Also, they made an appearance in Chilean vampire film Sangre, which I definitely intend to include in my movie reviews. With duo Humanfobia, we have ourselves a cybergoth project. Their music is highly experimental and can best be described as if someone took the background music from a cheesy Halloween haunted house and turned it into a dance track. Also, Miss Spectra, the female vocalist, periodically makes compilations of indie goth bands from all over the globe, so if you'd be interested in sharing your music wherever you're from, hit her up.
Sangre podrida se enreda en mis labios. Sangre podrida se enreda en mis labios.
Diavel Strain you may remember because I reviewed one of their albums in the past. Personally, they describe themselves as queer and feminist, and musically they describe themselves as darkwave and post-punk with noise music influences. Basically, imagine ethereal but made more chaotic. NEBEL is another band that brings on the verge of being cybergoth, but in a way that even the non-cybergoth bands can appreciate. Though they definitely use a lot of synthesizers, their electronic sound is a bit more neo-new wave than techno. Espejos Muertos is a band that both goths and punks can enjoy. Their music is pretty fast-paced, but stays in minor in sound and dark in lyrics. They also have a lot of blues influence, which is always nice to see in goth. Our final band, Sweet Spectra, is another you might remember from a past review of mine. This here is a very melodic and mysterious sounding goth band with both ethereal and harder rocking influences. Alright, that wraps us up. I definitely plan on doing something like this again, probably with Peru. If I cover a more populous country, it'll probably be more genre-specific, like darkwave bands from Brazil, or death rock bands from Mexico, or something like that. It won't be anytime soon, because I have a few more single album and non-music reviews to get to. If you're into goth music or other media from Latin America, I highly encourage you to follow me on my other social media accounts, where I post goth music from various countries in Latin America almost daily. See you next time!